4 more days until chaos erupts or America becomes a fascist dictatorship. Those are the primary headlines and the little bit of political news I allowed myself when the yard signs made it clear another election is here. Don't worry, we will get the leaders we asked for and deserve. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean the ones you've been praying for are necessarily deserved. Because since America is definitely an unchristian and ungodly nation, we will get those kinds of leaders, even if they're the ones you voted for. Seriously, what do you expect from the political realm? David, the man after God's own heart, Acts 13:22, was the sweet singer of Israel because he spoke honestly about his feelings in the songs that he wrote. He also spoke truth to power by condemning sin and asking God to judge sinners according to their deeds. Psalm 28 verses 1 through 4. See our October 1 and 2, 2022 posts. Because of the upcoming election, and it is Saturday, today's Saturdays in the Psalms edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary returns to Psalm 28 to remind us why we will get the leaders we deserve, even if they're the ones we wanted. They are politicians who, with few exceptions, will bow their knee to the will of the people, or at least those with the power and money to influence them, instead of God. And David describes the people for us, because they do not regard the works of the Lord, nor the deeds of his hands. He will tear them down and not build them up. Psalm 28, verse 5. Listen to your fellow citizens. Watch how they live. David was right. Even the religious among us do not regard the works of the Lord. Like the Pharisees and Sadducees who confronted the Lord Jesus Christ, they are greatly religious, but instead of following the will of God, they have accepted the traditions of men. Over and over, Jesus fought the leaders for the souls of the people, telling them to beware the leaven of the Pharisees, Luke 12, verse 1. In the end, the people stood with their leaders and cried, "Crucify him," Mark 15, verses 13 and 14. Jesus knew this would happen, which is why he quoted Isaiah and said, "Neglecting the commandment of God, you hold to the tradition of men," Mark 7, verses 6 through 8. That battle continues today, as multitudes of religious leaders teach religious people to defy the will of God by refusing to be baptized for the remission of sins despite God's direct command. Mark 16:16 and Acts 2, verse 38. That's why the people we elect won't save us. Only the Lord can do that. And since we don't regard his works, why expect him to build us up? Thankfully, he is waiting to save sinners who will regard him. Is that you? Thank you for watching the Saturdays in the Psalms edition of Morning Minutes in the Bible on An American Missionary. Until next time, this is James McClenny helping you have a great day.